Hey guys at OSReviews.com. Today this is just our original review of the Star Theater 2, which is a star astronomical piece of kid's toy that also is pretty cool. It's basically a star projector system where it has this light inside and it projects the stars or the cosmics in the universe in our galaxy onto the walls of any room, and it makes it kind of a cool design. It's a mini projector. So it's not like most projectors where you can project a lot of things, but it does come with a few basic projecting technologies, including, of course, the main unit itself. And then it also comes with this little, what is this called? The meteor maker, where you can make these meteors flash across the sky, because once the device is turned on, you can have all these stars around your room, and then you can just flash this on and just create some meteors and shadows and patterns and stuff. This is also using this another type of projecting technology, which is pretty cool. The light is filtered out from this end, so you have all of these additional clip-on mini slides, which you can clip on to make the meteors more larger or smaller or more realistic, to look a little bit more like comics, and we'll talk about that in a second. Now, the Star Theater 2 system will cost around $30, depending on where you get it. You can pick this up for around $18 if you go to Ross and Marshalls and that kind of stores, so that's just something to note. It also includes a CD just to present to you the knowledge itself, so you don't just play around with it. It tells you when you can see the stars at night, and how the seasons can affect the positioning of the stars, and how the years can affect them, and that's built on in. That's pretty much it. Taking a look at the unit itself, it's made out of plastic. It says Star Theater 2. It has a basic compass on one end that tells you your positioning, and on the other end, it's just basically the globe which you can spin to get the stars. The edges of the Star Theater itself is actually resembling the horizons of artificial towns. I don't know if you can see this, but this represents your skyscrapers. This represents the houses that we live in. It represents like New York City, California. It represents Tokyo. It represents Beijing. These are the mountains, and then you get over here, these are the towns, the skyscrapers, and then once the ball is ignited, you can actually see the shadows of large skyscrapers, and then above them are the stars, which is a very cool design. In addition, you do have a few built-in things to make this more exact. It tells you this is facing south, and then it tells you your directions west, and also gives you a little bit of a sensor to see when each month and when each day is lined up, what the stars look like. So this ball is actually removable from here as well to replace the batteries. You can just pry it out from the dock, and to exchange the batteries, just run some AA batteries. Alright, so let's turn off the lights and see what this device looks like. As you can see, the ball itself ignites, and there you go. There's your horizons I was talking about. There are mountains, your skyscrapers on the edges, which look pretty cool. And you have all your stars. Another thing that I forgot to say is all the stars, even when the light is not turned on, they're glow in the dark, so you can see them glowing. The light is basically just one LED light. Now, the light itself is pretty rugged, it's pretty bright, it will last for a pretty good long time. However, you do need to make sure your conditions are really dark, or else you can't really see the light projection too far up, which is one of our major complaints. Another one is basically just, it's not as bright as you might think, the light, so it doesn't burn your eyes when you look at it, but the result is the projected images aren't as stunning as you could have hoped for, but it is a great learning tool, and it is something that's very cool indeed to play with. Just to look at the skyscrapers and how the stars can change, and then read their names, which are labeled on here. Now, the meteor device is pretty much the same story. It's a little bit too large, but once we place on a slide, or the meteor slide, the thing is, it covers up the light quite a bit, so the projected image is a little bit too soft. It's a little bit not, you can't really see it unless you're in really dark conditions. It becomes really faint. So that's something of a complaint, is that these are just using normal light bulbs and normal LEDs. They're not even super bright. So the result is that your projected images, unless you're in a very dark room, unless you have a very flat series of walls, the image and the result is not going to be as good as you may think your Star Theater is going to look like. For example, the ones that you can see at IKEA. It's not going to be, not at IKEA, sorry, but at IMAX. It's not going to be as visually demanding as something from a professional Star Theater. But overall, it's a very great learning experience. It's a great simulator, and I guess we would still recommend it if you don't keep your expectations, at professional standards. That's been the Star Theater 2 here at OSReviews.com. Thank you for watching this video review.